What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. So I hope you enjoyed that little preview slash teaser of what's coming in Casper's near future, because I know that I am super stoked and excited about the whole project. I mean, anytime I get to do something with David Vizard, and it's just awesome. And so we're going to start this series off by discussing the short block and what we've got to do, where we're at, and where we need to go. So let's head into the Hot Rod Hideout. That's what DV calls his shop. And let's go see what's up. So, this is the cornerstone of the Boss 429 build. So, let's talk about it in detail and discuss what we've got to do, and we're going to talk about how we're going to do it. You know, this is an assembled short block, and while it would be good for 90% of the people to run right out of the box, after one quick look from David and myself, we realized that we need to do some detail work to the block. I mean, for instance, when you build a high quality race engine, these sharp edges have got to go. These old drain back holes, yeah, that is not going to work. So what we're going to do, we're going to totally disassemble this perfectly good short block. And then we're going to deburr the block. We're going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb. And one of the reasons why we're having to disassemble it, let's talk about that. Let's rewind. You see where the valve reliefs are at on these pistons? Well, that's great if you're running a typical Windsor cylinder head, but we're not. We're going to be having a Hemi style cylinder head, and what that's going to do, the valve reliefs are going to be located here and there approximately. So let's talk about this Boss block. Many of you are not familiar with it. And to be honest with you, I'm not. DV and myself, we've messed with dart blocks, we mess with world blocks, but this is actually my first Ford racing block that I've done. David, have you done any Ford racing blocks?
Yeah.
9.2 stuff or 9.5?
I cannot remember. They were roller cam motors from back 2000.
Okay. But yeah, so we're going to go over the specifics of the block and kind of give you a familiarity to it and see what you think. As you can see, you know, it's pretty beefy. I mean, it's got screw-in freeze plugs. The lifter valley is really beefy, but like I told you before, the attention to detail is just really sharp edges in here, and the old drain back holes need to be addressed. So this is the top side. I'm going to roll it over and let you see the bottom. Okay, so here we are. This is the meat and potatoes of the block, and this short block is consistent of a scat forged 4340 crankshaft. It's got scat 6 250 long H-beam rods, ARP bolts with moly forged pistons with a 17cc dish, I do believe. But let's talk about the block and some of the benefits. One of the things that I noticed right off of the bat is the oil pan rail, how it is solid from here down, and that there's no void behind here. Now, one most overlooked detail, in my opinion, when it comes to engine building is the edge on the bottom of the cylinder bores. I always like to chamfer that, and the reason why is twofold. One, when the cylinder is forcing up into the bore, it creates a suction and air rushes past that. So if you can kind of roll the edge for the air to go around easier, it'll help you. 2, now take a look at this. You can see how the bottom of the skirt comes out slightly. If you have a really sharp edge there, you could potentially scuff the side of your piston, and that's not a good thing. So just for the sake of doing it, we're going to take this thing fully apart and then clean everything, and then the rotating assembly is going to have to be rebalanced once we get the new pistons from Greg. So, you know, the block itself is just phenomenal in my opinion. Now, you know, you notice that it's got 4-bolt mains on the center 3. They are enough meat and material here on the front and rear. If you're trying to make, you know, 1500 horsepower plus, you know, you could take and convert the outboard mains to 4-bolt as well. But, you know, is it really needed? I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's one of those things that it's just good to have for cheap insurance, if you will. The block does have a 1-piece rear main seal, which is a good thing. Okay, just because we're taking this thing apart doesn't mean that DV and I don't go the extra mile to check to see what we're taking apart, if that makes sense. Because we like to see what other people do as far as their work. And what I'm talking about is like this right here. When you build a short block, one of the crucial things to find out is the breakaway torque. Now, what is breakaway torque? It's the amount of effort and force to make the engine actually rotate. So the lower the number, the better, of course. So let's see how much we have here. 12.4. That can be considered good in just about anybody's book, because when you're that low, you know that you've got a good rotating assembly with good rings that's going to deliver the power.